Hey YouTube, how's it going out there? Hey, it is a early Friday morning. It is about 2 a.m. roughly, almost 2 a.m. on March 25th. And there's still a lot of talk about the Japanese situation. I know that the Libya war is kind of taken front and center, but we cannot let this Japanese situation just go to the wayside, because it's definitely causing a lot of problems, and I'm going to cover that right now. I have done some extensive research, and I've done a multitude of videos on the Japanese situation, and if you're just catching this one and you haven't seen my prior videos, go back, skim through the videos, check the links, because that's most important. Check the links and try to catch up on what the position is on Japan's nuclear reactor crisis. But anyway, getting to today's story, the death toll has now topped 10,000 people for sure, and there are a total of 17,440 people listed as missing, and there's still an additional 2,775 people that are injured. So it's still just a massive, major problem in Japan, not only with the radiation, but with these 10,000 dead souls, and I'm sure more are to pass on as the days go by. Again, this is just a major situation. But moving on, contaminated Tokyo tap water is unfit for babies as Japan radiation heads to Britain from Fukushima plant. And yes, that's true, that the radiation is headed for Europe, and it has passed through the entire United States. Our government is saying that it's not that bad, it's not that strong. They say it's like getting an X-ray or an MRI or a CT scan, but my take on it is that that's true, but it's taking an X-ray every single day, getting a CAT scan every single day, or an MRI every single day. Okay, this does increase the possibility of catching cancer. I don't care what any government says. This does increase those chances of getting cancer. And they are just downplaying it major league, like, we shouldn't have to worry about it, or this or that. No, that's not true. We do have to worry about it. We do have to worry about how much radiation we're being subjected to. Even though it's minimal, it's a constant flow of radiation, and that's what they're not telling the people. Again, they are misinforming the people on how severe this is. The source of the radiation has not been stopped. So it's a continuous effect of radiation that we are getting, okay? That you have to remember. Now again, talking about the water in Tokyo, is radioactive iodine in the water, and they can't drink the water. It's been determined to be in a lot of their foods over there. If you remember, going back to Chernobyl, there was a point in time where they evacuated the entire city directly east of Chernobyl, and that city is totally inhabitable still. And those people were not allowed to return to that city. They weren't. So, knowing how bad this is in Japan, it's pretty much going to be along the same guidelines. Whether or not they stick to those guidelines or not, I don't know. It's going to be pretty scary if they allow those people to go back. But right now, the evacuations are still in place, and that radioactiveness, it just doesn't go away. It just doesn't, all of a sudden one day is gone. No, it takes years and years and years for that stuff to go away. I mean, it's just not good at all. Now again, talking about the water level again, another link, and all these links will be underneath. The radiation levels rise in Tokyo tap water as new evacuations are ordered at the nuke plant. and they're still having problems at the crippled nuke plants. They are still having problems with radiation leaks. You know, again, this is not something that's just going to go away. You know, this is not something that's just going to be all boxed up in a cement case and then just put away. You know, they're considering burying the reactors, but they can't really do that yet until they at least stabilize the radiation. Again, moving on, Japanese officials will test the food, the seawater, and they will determine what health risks are being caused. Now, the only thing I don't like about this is that the Japanese officials are going to be the ones who are doing the testing. So I don't believe the amount of radiation that they're going to say is actually coming out of the water and coming from the food. I think, again, they are going to mislead the public. They're going to say that everything is okay and everything's fine. I don't like it. I think it's just crazy. And it says here, you know, again, you know, the amount of radiation that's in the water and the amount of radiation that they find on the food is in the article. And, you know, I don't want to go into it too much, but again, the links will be underneath, and you can check out the links as well. But, you know, it's just crazy to think that the Japanese are going to be held to their word, and I just don't think they're going to be telling us the truth. Again, radiation fears prompt U.S. bans from some Japanese food imports. Yes, America is banning some Japanese food imports, and I've been told that the ban is only for 6 months, although I haven't found anything to specifically say that it's only been for 6 months. But things like milk, cheese, some other things that are in the article here, you know, a lot of the plants, a lot of the broccoli, things like that. You know, the farm things, a lot of other vegetables that have been determined to have radiation. You know, and again, they're just kind of downplaying all this food radiation. You know, it just, again, I just don't believe that it's as safe as they're making it out to be. Although there is a ban, and like I said, I heard it was for 6 months. I can't confirm that it's just only for 6 months, though. I would think that it would have to be for a much longer time than just 6 months. Again, Japanese imported vegetables in Singapore are determined radioactive. The U.S. isn't the only country to ban imports from Japan. Singapore has, Australia has, Hong Kong has, Canada has, Russia has. All these countries have stopped the influx of Japanese vegetables and items like that as well. And again, it says in this article right here, the radiation levels mean that an adult would have to eat 3.5 kilograms to get the same exposure as a single X-ray. Well, 3.5 kilograms is almost 8 pounds. So what they're saying is that you would have to eat 8 pounds of food that has been affected by the radiation each and every day for it to cause a problem. I don't believe that. I think any amount of radiation is bad. Okay, and granted, you know, I live here in Michigan. The radiation levels aren't that high. I mean, it's not so high that it's going to kill me in a matter of days, but I do think it increases the cancer risk and increases the risk for other illnesses as well. Again, here's an article here. Russia bans food imports from 6 Japanese prefectures. Again, the links will be underneath. And then on this link here, this is kind of interesting. There's an interactive chart that you can actually click on, and it breaks down the millisieverts and all that other stuff, and how much radiation you're allowed to have, you know, what radiation you get from where, and things like that. But what's really funny is this line right here under the chart. It says, although the chart does not contain extensive information about the radiation leaking from the Fukushima power plant, it does note that spending a day in a town near the Fukushima plant will expose a person to an extra 3 to 5 millisieverts of radiation, slightly less than that of a dental x-ray. I'm calling bullshit on that. Okay? That is so crazy. That is bullshit. Again, it's the government misleading the people. It is worse than what they're telling you. Okay? And last but not least, Taco Bell has a new product coming out. It's called, and it's been out for about a week or so. It's Taco Bell's Pacific Shrimp Taco. And I think this is wonderful. So not only are you going to have a heart attack, but you're going to get cancer from eating a taco now too. Okay, you're going to eat the Pacific Shrimp Taco. That is, if you do eat it, and it's going to be filled with radiation because of the radiation they got into the Pacific Ocean. So you have your choice by eating at Taco Bell. You're either going to have a heart attack, or you're going to get cancer from the radiation that's in the shrimp. It's your choice, folks. The links will be underneath. Do your own research. The government is blatantly lying to us. The situation is definitely worse than what they're making it out to be.